Hello and welcome to Signing with Selah. I'm Selah and this is my mom, Brooke. Today we'll be teaching you signs about people. Before we get started teaching you these signs, we have a new myth for today. So today's myth is related to people using an interpreter to communicate with a deaf person. So if I'm a hearing person and I'm talking to a deaf person through an interpreter, where should I look? Do I look at the interpreter? Do I look at the deaf person? What do I do? So what you're going to do is you're just going to look at the deaf person. And the deaf person will look at the interpreter, and the interpreter will sign what the hearing person is saying. Then the deaf person will sign to the hearing person, and the interpreter will sign, the interpreter will speak what they say. Yes, exactly. I think sometimes hearing people don't know how to use an interpreter, and so they just automatically look at the interpreter the whole time, and the deaf person's like, hello, it's our conversation, not theirs, right? Yeah, is it true? Yeah, so that's our myth for today. It's not really a myth, it's more just like education, letting them know how to use an interpreter better. So the next time you're working through an interpreter, with an interpreter, whatever, look where? The deaf person. Yep, exactly. All right, you ready to get started? I'm excited to start today. All right. So today we will learn signs related to people. So the first sign is people. You're gonna make this hand shape, it's a P hand shape, and you're just gonna do the people, moving back. It's not down like this, it's up, right? It's up. It looks like a K, technically, but it's a P, it's upside down. Like a person walking, yeah, kind of maybe they're like jumping. I don't know, but yes, so people. I spelled that terribly. My goodness, yes, she knows. All right. Our next sign is me or I, either way. So you're just gonna take your index finger and you're just gonna point at yourself. Yep, me or I. It's the same, right? Do we sign I like this? Ooh, yeah. Our family signs me and I this way. Now, some deaf people will use I, but we use this one. Yeah. Yep. All right, you ready for the next? Our next one is you, just like that. You. I'm just gonna point at him. You're weird. Rude. Yeah, so you're just gonna point. What if it's like multiple people? You, like you guys. Yep, you guys. You guys. Yeah, you don't have to sign like you. I mean, if they're mad, maybe they will sign you and you. But no, it's just you or you, depending on if it's plural or singular. Man, my finger's feeling lousy today. My hands are like broken. Okay, all right, next one. Our next one is he, she, it, they, him, her. Yeah, so same idea. You're just gonna point at whatever you're talking about. Yep, so he, she, it, they, them, him, her. It's just pointing. It's just a lot of pointing. So hey, you should be able to easily remember these signs, right? So far, it's just pointing at people. Yep. Now, if they wanted to be very clear about pointing to a boy or a girl, what could they add? Yes, so you and then girl, or you and then boy, or girl and then point, or boy and then point. Yeah, so you can add that if you really want to be very clear. But if you're like looking at the person, you point, they probably know if they're a boy or girl. And also, don't be rude with your pointing. Yes, very, very important, especially in hearing culture. They don't like people to point at them. It's weird. Yeah, I agree. It's weird. All right, our next one. They or them. Yep, same idea. They or them. It's just very, very repetitive today. All right, the next one is we or us. and it's signed the same way. You're just going to take your index finger again, and you're just going to kind of move it across your chest. Yep. So if you're right-handed, it's going to go right to left. If you're left-handed, it goes the other way. Yep. So if it's like a big group of people, would you sign we like this? You would sign we, right. If it's like you're talking about, I almost signed it, like 2 people, how would you sign we? We, yeah. Like we are going to the store right now. Yeah, we. Or what if it's 3 people? Yep, so you're gonna sign we. So this one, we is like with 2 fingers, we. This one is 3, is we. It's almost like you would say like the 3 of us, 3 of us. Yeah, or the 4 of us, the 5 of us, the 10 of us, but yeah, the 100 of us, so many. But anyways, so yeah, there are different ways you can sign it. ASL incorporates pluralization in some signs, and so that is one good example. All right, next one is my or mine. So you're gonna open your hand, have it flat, and just place it on your chest. My, and there is a difference between please and my or mine. Yeah, please is gonna be a circle. My or mine just goes flat. It doesn't really move, it just stays right there. Yep. The next one is your or yours. Or yours. Yep, if there's more than one person, it would be yours. Yep, but it's the same, right? My and yours, it's the same thing. It's just showing where. Yeah. Can you, here's a tricky question. Can I sign you're weird? Can I sign that? She's dying. No. It would be you are weird. Yes, not your. It's like when people say Y-O-U-R, weird. Yeah, when they type or text or write and they misuse the word Y-O-U''R-E and Y-O-U-R. It's the same in sign. There is a difference. There is a difference, okay? There's a difference, everyone. It's so interesting. Yeah, so you can't sign you're weird. That would be like possessive. Like you're weird what? You're weird cat dog? You're weird cat? You're weird what? It doesn't make sense, right? Okay, so, all right, the next sign is his or hers. His finger spelled too, please. So his and hers, sign the same. Yeah. Yeah, so same thing, you're just going to, you're gonna like reference that person. So his jacket or her glasses. Did you sign glasses same as me? It's like our brains are connected. Wow, that was crazy. Did you see me sign that? Oh, wow. She said no. We just, wow. We didn't practice, so that's very interesting. Okay, all right, next one. Next one is theirs, and again, it's just the possessive going out. Yep, theirs, or theirs. There's so many, yeah, why, she said, why are there so many? Well, it's just, we're showing who it belongs to. So that thing or that person, it's theirs. Yeah, but it's really easy to remember. That's the cool part, is that it's all very similar. Like me and I, you, and then mine, yours, he, she, it, they, his, hers, it's, theirs. It's really easy to remember. Yeah, so it's cool. It makes sense. All right, our next one is self or self, like myself or yourself. So you're just gonna make a thumbs up and you're gonna point it in at your chest, or you're going to put your index finger of your non-dominant hand up and you're just gonna tap it, or you can sign like that too. So be yourself. Yeah, good phrase. Be yourself. Yeah, I like it. All right, next one. So our next word is man, like this. So boys, when we sign anything related to the male gender, it's going to be above the eyes, is the like signs related to boys or men. So man is going to be like this. You're just going to take your thumb and then you're going to open your hand and bring it down to your chest. Now, okay, so I am the reason she signs it like this. Other people sign what? Man. Man. In California, when I learned man like that. And I taught her, and so she signs it the same as me. That's cool. But you can sign man with your hand open. It's a little easier. Man. All right, now the next one. The next one is woman, like this. So it's the same. You're gonna have your thumb on your chin, and it's going to either open up down to your chest or just be straight. Yeah, and so anything related to the female gender is gonna be signed on your face. Like here and down is related to females, and here and up is related to males. Because of the bonnet. Well, possibly because of that. I've heard that before with the sign for girl, because of how it comes around, girl. It's possible. I don't know if it's true. I thought maybe it's because of makeup. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, and before I learned about the bonnet thing, I had learned it's because girls have, like, their skin is soft. So I don't know. I think there might be many reasons why it's signed that way. If you know, let us know, because we don't know. All right. The next sign. Our next sign is boy. So remember, it's like the top of your head, and it actually comes out like the bill of a hat, like a baseball hat. So boy. So you're just gonna open your hand just like this, and it's almost like it, you know, I was gonna voice quacking like a duck. Boy. Yeah, so it's just gonna open and close, boy. And then boys, boys, boys. Yeah, no. All done, boys, boys, boys. All done. Enough, boys, boys, boys. All right, our next one is girl. All right, so you're gonna just take like your thumbs up, kind of like this, and you're going to just like girls. You're gonna just slowly run it down your cheek. Now, again, if you're right-handed, then you sign with your right. If you are left-handed, then you're gonna sign it with your left. So she signs girl, I sign girl. Girl, boys, boys, girls, there, yeah, a lot. All right, our next one is adult. So you're just gonna kind of cup your hands sort of like this, almost like if you're referencing that they're short and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. So adult, like this. It's a cool sign. I don't think it goes up. I think it's just adult. Did you think it went up? Yeah, I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's just adult up here. Like, I think of like their heads. I thought it was like them getting older and growing. Maybe, I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I just know it's adult like this. Yeah, not adult. It's not that. It's adult here. I don't know. Just I don't know. All right, next one. Next one is kid. So you're gonna poke or push your index and your pinky fingers. But I said poke. Like, poke your fingers out. Oh my goodness. Poke your fingers. Like rock on. Like, oh my goodness. We're very prepared today. Clearly. Okay. So. Sorry, continue. So you're gonna take your index finger and your pinky, you're gonna stick them out, and then you're just gonna kind of tap it right between your nose and your lip. Good. Yep, very good. You are a cool kid. Yeah, you. Oh, she said, I'm a fantastic kid. Wow, okay, all right. Wow. Just teasing. All right, our next word is family, like this. So you can sign it two ways. You can sign it with F's like this, and you're just gonna kind of make them into a circle. It kind of looks like the sign for group. You're making the circle of the family. Yep, so family like this. Or you can sign it with your hands just open like this, and then you do the same kind of motion where it goes around into a circle. Yep, so family or family. Either one. All right, the next sign is dad. Like he is the head of the household, the head of the family. So you're just gonna open your hand like this and then just tap your thumb onto your head. Yeah, so some people will sign dad, like I sign dad, it bounces. Other people sign dad. Yeah, is that funny to you? It's not wrong, both are acceptable, both are fine. I've seen both, yeah. Dad or dad. I said, I didn't know why I did it like this. Oh, sorry. Our dogs are barking. Sorry. Okay, our next one is mom. So it's going to be that same hand shape, and you're just going to tap it onto the chin. Mom. Yeah, mom or mom. Yeah, either way. All right, our next one is grandpa or grandfather. It's like you're showing the generations moving in time. Yep, so grandfather is like the next generation, well, I guess the previous generation, but it's like if it's a great grandparent, then you would sign it out further. Well, sometimes. I think you can up to a point, because then it's like it goes out for forever and ever. I tend to sign great and then grandparent. I think you can sign it up to like 3, but I wouldn't suggest more than that. It's just too many. It would be confusing, I think. So yeah, so great grandfather, but grandfather or grandpa. All right, the next one, just like grandpa, is grandma or grandmother. So you're gonna sign grandmother. Yep, just like that. Our next one is husband. It's kind of like they're holding hands or they're holding something. Maybe like the boy is holding the girl's hand. Oh, interesting. I've never thought about it that way. That's cool. Yeah. So your non-dominant hand is cupped down below, and your dominant hand goes from your head down to, and it just holds the other hand. Like this, almost like the sign for boy, and then going in. I think I connect it to the sign for marriage. Marriage is like this. I think it's like the boy is holding the girl's hands. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the boy and the girl holding hands. I think of like, if this is a sign for marriage, and then it's like the boy part of the marriage, right? The husband, and then the wife, which is the next sign you will learn. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead. But yeah, so husband and then wife, they're close to the sign for marriage. It's like connecting it all together, which is cool. Anyways, sorry. Now, wife, like this. So it's at your chin. Your dominant hand starts at your chin. It just goes down. Yep, wife, just like that. Wife. Now, if it's the word spouse, you could sign spouse. You could sign, if you know specifically the spouse, if it's, the man or the woman, you could sign spouse or spouse. If it's generic though, then it would just be spouse. Yep. All right, the next one is brother. Brother, I signed that weird. Hold on, brother. Sign it again. Brother, yeah, I think that's fine too. Yep, so you're just gonna make your fingers like this, and they're just gonna come down from the top of your head. Yeah, and so I sign it with my thumb on my head, and it just goes down. Brother, sister. Yeah, so it's a little bit different. Interesting. Yeah, so brother like this. And yeah, again, it's at the top of the head because it's related to a male person. So brother, just like this. And then the next one is sister. So the same kind of hand shape as before, but you're just gonna start kind of on the side of your face. Yep, sister. Yep, just like that. Sister, brother and sister. If it's the word siblings, yep, you just sign them both. Siblings. Yeah, like husband and wife, like spouse. Also, the word before for parents, yeah, is mom and dad, or dad and mom. Yep. Parents. You can sign it either way. You can start here or here. Either way is fine. So parents or parents. So I like to start with mom and dad, yeah, because moms are cooler and dad, right? Obviously, so mom and dad, of course. But anyways, yeah, so parents, the word parents. Yep. All right, our next word is son. So you're gonna kind of cup your hand again, and it's gonna start at the top of your head like the sign for boy, and it just comes down like this, son, yep. I think before it was signed more like this, like because it was like a baby. I tend to change my sign depending if I'm talking about, like if it's a baby, then I sign like this. If it's like you, I don't sign like our daughter, I sign daughter. I think that's interesting. It's not like a thoughtful choice. I just kind of do it. Like my brother is your son. Yep, exactly. I tend to sign it like this if it's like a baby. It goes in, and then if it's not, then I sign it like that. Isn't that interesting? Sorry. Sign language is so cool. Linguistics in general is so cool. Like how people communicate is just the coolest. Anyways. So our next one is daughter. So sign very similar. You're gonna just kind of cup that dominant hand again and then bring it down, and it goes across. It goes like this, daughter. Yep, so son and daughter. Son and daughter. Yep, just like that. Perfect. All right, our next one is uncle. So you're gonna make a U hand shape, and it's just gonna kind of circle, and again, the top of the head, uncle. You can sign, so we had a discussion before the video because I signed uncle, and she's like, no, it's like uncle. And I was like, what? So we checked, and we're both right. Wow, so cool. So you can sign uncle, like your way, uncle, or uncle. Yeah, isn't that interesting? But yeah, so our next one is aunt. So it's an A hand shape, and it's similar, an A like this, and it's similar. You're just gonna be down on the bottom half of the face. Yeah, an aunt or aunt. Aunt or aunt. It's so cool. The next one is nephew, like this, and you can sign it either nephew or nephew. Sorry, Selah is telling dad to be quiet because he's coming into the house, so. All right, go ahead. So nephew or nephew, yep. Our next one is the same. We're just gonna make it lower as niece, and it's just gonna be on the side of the face, a little bit lower than nephew. You're gonna make an N. This is how you make the N for both nephew and niece. So it's kind of a lazy sign. So yes, it's N technically is like this, but people tend to sign it or out because it feels more natural. Yeah. So nephew and niece, or niece, either way. All right. Our next one is cousin, and it's a C. You can sign it depending on who you're talking about. If it's a male or female cousin, you can sign cousin up high. If it's a male, you can sign with a C, or if it's a female cousin, you can sign it below, or if it's just like generic, then cousin. Yep. Or cousins. Our next one is child or children. Yep. So the opposite of adult, child. I'm gonna tease you about that forever. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, go ahead. So child, you're just gonna cup your hand like this, and you're just gonna kind of tap it down. Yep, child. Like you're tapping on the top of their head. Exactly. Yep, and then children, you're gonna use both hands. Obviously children's more than one, so you're gonna show that there are more than one. Yep, there are children or child. Yep, very good. And then our last sign for today is baby. Obviously it's baby. Yeah, I think everybody knows that sign, baby. But sometimes people think, they're surprised that that's actually a sign. They think it's just like a hearing gesture. They don't realize it's actually a sign. It's included in ASL. Yeah, that's true. There's a few signs that way that people, they joke, they think it's like made up, but it really is the sign for that. Like yellow, they think it's another word, like hang loose. I think like hang loose. Yeah, but it really means yellow. So they'll be like, hang loose. And I'm like, what? What does that mean? And then I'm like, yellow? Do you mean yellow? And they're like, oh. Yeah, sometimes it's awkward too. People will sign what they think it means and it's wrong, which is kind of funny too. But anyways, that's why it's important that we're teaching, right? Yes. All right, so that was our last sign for today. We hope that you guys watched it, you enjoyed, you learned. There will be a test later, so you need to practice. Oh yes, there will be a test. I'm totally joking. Like I didn't know. She just followed what I said. She was like, yes, a test. Yes, of course, there will be a test. Just believed me so quickly. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, there will not be a test, so don't stress, please. You don't have to take a test. I mean, it will be good if you practice so you could communicate with a deaf person. You know what, really? Sorry, just had a thought. Meeting a deaf person is like a test. It's like a really important test. Yeah. I've never thought about it from that perspective before. That's interesting. So yeah, so I'm just gonna send Selah to all of your houses and she is gonna test each of you. Okay, sound good? All right, so anyways, thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. We really appreciate it. And we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.